There are a lot of different electric shavers on the market, and it can be tough to know which one is right for you. That's why we've put together a list of the best electric shavers of 2022, so you can find the perfect one for your needs. Whether you're looking for a shaver that's gentle on your skin, or one that can give you a close shave, we've got you covered. So take a look at our list and find the perfect electric shaver for you. In this video, we have personally reviewed the top 5 best electric shavers of 2022. We made this list based on our personal opinion and the hours of research. We sort this list according to its price and features. We have included options for every type of user. If you are searching for budget best electric shaver, then we list the product for you. If you want to know about the best prices and more information, you can check the description links below. So let's get started with the video. The 5th product in our list is Panasonic ESLV95 electric shaver. Deploying an entirely ridiculous array of 5 blades, this is another wet and dry winner. The Multi-Flex 3D pivoting head and quick lift foil help make shaving smooth and almost enjoyable. This is particularly true if you've got a few days of growth. The Panasonic ESLV95 will actually sense this and slow down its motors to methodically lawnmower it. In all honesty, I couldn't tell any difference in terms of comfort when this deployed, but if you have very sensitive skin, you might find it useful. More importantly, overall shaving performance was very good indeed. I felt like the bulk of it made the Panasonic less enjoyable to use, but I'm pretty sure you'd get used to it if it were your only shaver, rather than you were testing half a dozen of the buggers. Overall, there is very little to tell between this and its premium rivals, but a slightly shorter battery life and higher RRP moved it down the list. The 4th product in our list is Philips Series 9000 S9711 electric shaver. The old Series 9000 from Philips was good but definitely lagged behind Braun Series 9. By upgrading the blades, however, Philips sprung ahead in the facial depilation arms race. But then Braun upgraded its shavers, and now Philips is narrowly behind. Phew, exciting, huh? This is a rotary shaver, and so you use it by rubbing it on your face in a circular motion. This feels totally unnatural, to me at any rate. Since the 9000 series makes a very quiet noise, almost like its battery is running out, and is very low irritation, you might expect it to be totally ineffectual, but the stubble vanishes as if by magic, even if you've got a few days worth. That's particularly true on your face. In trickier areas, your jawline and below, you'll have to rub a bit longer, although even then, it doesn't cause much at all in the way of soreness. I find the Braun is quicker and feels more like proper shaving, but for those with very sensitive skin, Philips rotary action might be better. The clip-on beard trimmer, realistically, it's just for making sure your sideburns are straight, is quite good. I don't really like the fact it's not permanently attached as on Braun razors. Then again, who other than aging mods uses a beard trimmer like this these days anyway? Another strong aspect of the Series 9000 is that it's very easy to clean just by taking off the top and sluicing it out. What someone really needs to come up with is a device to then remove the shredded stubble from your sink, but that appears to be beyond mankind's science so far. The 3rd product in our list is Braun Series 770N 7200cc electric shaver. This new, designed from the ground up offering from Braun is an absolute cracker in every respect, but mostly in the way it shaves. As pointed out above, as brilliant as the Philips rotary models are, they do feel like you're rubbing your face with the back of a spoon. By contrast, this brand new foil model feels firm, narrow, and not quite as comfortable against the skin. But by Jove, it doesn't half shave well. Actually, I'll rephrase that. It shaves as close as a wet razor, only in half the time. And that's no exaggeration. This writer has an extraordinarily skinny face with more acute angles than a Myriavan. I had to look that up. And this shaver is my new holy grail. How so? Well, like the top Philips models, the whole head is spring-loaded so it moves around with the contours of the face. On top of that, the 3 slim foil blades also move independently from side to side. The upshot is a shaver head that mooches around the face like a caterpillar, snipping here, there, and everywhere until there isn't a bristle left in sight. I was frankly astounded by how close it shaved, even dry, straight out of the box. In fact, I can't remember a time my visage felt quite so smooth. Naturally, you can also use the Series 770 as a wet shaver. The whole unit is fully waterproof, but I don't see the point given how well it performs using it dry. Simply go about the morning business while shaving, and before you know it, the job is done. According to Braun, Auto Sense technology reads and adapts power to beard density. I'll take their word for it. What I do know is that the grip is nicely contoured and comfortable in the hand. I also like the way the tiny LCD tells you when it's time to change the foil along with the usual battery level indication. The Series 7 comes with a hard case, a single precision trimmer attachment, and a smart care center, an automatic head cleaner cum lubricator which you will use until the solution runs out and then never use again. Battery life is very good, 50 mins on a full charge of its Li-ion battery, but the sparse icon-based manual sucks, and I'm not the only one to think so. But hey, that's small fry stuff compared to the Series 770's insane ability to shave so amazingly close. The second product in our list is Philips Series 9000 SP9820 electric shaver. This is an unusual situation where the product at #1 is slightly less good than the one at #2. Why? This has a higher RRP and is much less frequently discounted. And while the Philips Series 9000 Prestige shaves better and looks much better than its Braun rival, it's not worth paying twice as much for a shave that is only slightly better. However, if you want to splash out, or you find it at a bargain price, this is a great purchase. Thanks to a new blade design and more generously sized foil holes, this can tackle thick stubble, up to a week's worth even. And it really works. Where other electrics force you to hack away over and over if you've missed a few days, you can pretty much just run this over once and then look for only a few minor spots that might need a second go. And the shave it gives you is almost unbelievably close. It really does feel like you've used a multi-blade traditional razor. It manages this partly through that new blade design, which pulls the hairs deeper beneath the foil before cutting. It achieves this with minimal irritation, partly thanks to an anti-friction coating that most of Philips' other razors don't include, but you can happily use this one with shaving foam if you require more protection from the whirring blades. It has 3 intensity levels, the idea being that the especially sensitive skin can keep it lighter. I have to say, the lower setting just feel underpowered to me. Using a rotary shaver is weird enough at the best of times, as they have such a light touch. Also, even though my skin is quite sensitive, I never felt any irritation while using the Prestige on its highest setting. Still, presumably some men must find this ability to turn the power down useful, or it wouldn't be there. Another big thing in the favor of the Prestige is that it looks way better than the Braun Series 9. And come to that, all Philips' own other shavers. When you pick it up, you might be a bit disappointed that it is actually plastic and not the steel that it looks like. However, the grip is really comfortable and ergonomic, and there's no denying it looks great. This model also comes with a beard trimmer that is unusually good for a shaver attachment, although it would be better if it was a built-in, pop-up one rather than having to be fitted as an attachment. You pull off the rotary head and put this in its place. In some Prestige packages, there's also a rotating brush that you can use to deep cleanse your face, so that's nice. Further upping the Lux quotient, Philips 9000 Series Prestige also comes with a wireless Qi charging pad, which you can also juice your phone and other compatible gadgets on. Battery life is solid. I get several weeks worth of shaves out of every charge. A full recharge is actually comparatively slow at 3 hours, but obviously the idea is that you leave charging pad and razor out. This way it's always ready for action, and also any house guests can see that you own the world's best and most expensive razor. The number 1 product in our list is Braun Series 9 9390cc electric shaver. Especially given that the trend is to shave less nowadays, I now recommend the Braun Series 9 foil shaver over Philips' almost equally impressive efforts. If you're a 2 to 3 shaves per week guy, you will probably prefer this too, as it is slightly better on longer stubble patches. That's thanks to the titanium tipped blades that give it its gold-painted appearance. Braun used to be noted in its glory days for producing perfect combinations of form and function, using cutting-edge design techniques. Now, I'm not saying dieter rams would necessarily be upset by the design of this, But while its functionality is hard to argue with, aesthetically the 9 series is quite lacking. It looks and feels plasticky, and the way it slots into its charging and cleaning base is not very satisfying. But then again, so what? The Series 9 is light, ergonomically sound, waterproof to 5 meters, and easy to clean. As with its Philips rival, the 50-minute battery life from just a 1-hour charge is great. The slide-up beard trimmer is nothing to write home about, but at least it's always there, unlike Philips' clip-on one. Possibly the real killer feature of the Braun for me is that using it actually feels like shaving. The rotary motion of the Philips is more like rubbing your face. Alright guys, this was our today's video. If you find this video helpful for you, then like the video, and if you come to our channel first time, then hit the subscribe button for our amazing upcoming videos. Be sure to check out the links in the description for the updated price of all products discussed in this video. Hope you have a great day and see you soon in the next video.